Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? Well, it is 1:31 a.m. on this very still Friday evening going into Saturday. It is 65 degrees outside, but it feels a lot warmer than that. And I just woke up about 15 minutes ago. I don't know what time I laid down, probably like 10:30. Alex was watching The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills when I laid down. And we watched RuPaul's Drag Race, the All-Stars, before that. And that was kind of our evening. Alex has a bunch of work stuff to do tomorrow, so he wasn't going to stay up very late. And I ended up falling asleep before he did. I have my Diet Cokes with me. I say Diet Cokes because I have this one that I already poured, and then I brought another can. Because I'm going to listen to my true crime book, The Babysitter, after I finish vlogging tonight. Because I still have quite a bit of it left to finish. I think I have like 6.5 hours left to finish, but I'm listening to it at 2.5 times speed because the narrator is really like, speaks very slowly, and so I can listen to it fast. And, which is easier too when it's like spoken very slow, or like they speak very clearly, which they do. She does. Well, actually, it's they, because there's 2 narrators in the book. So I'm listening to it at 2.5 times speed. So I think I have like something like 2.5 hours left of the book to listen to, which would have been completely fine. But tomorrow night we have a birthday party thing that we're going to for our friend who, the husband that didn't go on the couples trip, is whose birthday it is. Well, it's his birthday today, but the party's tomorrow. It's not really a party, it's just kind of like a get-together. And going out to eat somewhere tomorrow night downtown. So, I don't know how late that will go. I also have to get up somewhat early tomorrow so that I can get all the things I want to get done, because today I had planned to, make a bunch of videos, and that just didn't end up happening. I had all these other things I had to get done, errands and stuff that I had to run, and so that just didn't end up happening. And I didn't make any videos at all. So tomorrow I've got a bunch of ideas for videos that I want to make. But I don't want to be like rushed, like, you know, I'm sitting there filming the videos and I've got to go jump in the shower in 5 minutes, you know what I mean, to get ready. So anyway, I was having like weird dreams tonight. And I woke up like 3 different times, and each time I fell back asleep, I kind of like fell back into the same dream. Do you guys ever have that? And the dream was at the house that I grew up in. And the first dream part, well, the part that I woke up at, the first dream was myself and like a friend of mine were staying at my mom's house. My mom was there too. And somebody, I think it was my mom, was like, what's going on outside? And there were all these people that were like running. It was like a nighttime marathon. But then they were stopping in the cul-de-sac and they were just like throwing all these things up in the air and stuff. It was tons of people. And they were throwing these like, you know, like those neon bracelets and, you know, necklaces that, not neon, but like glow in the dark. I'm talking about that you like break and then they glow in the dark. They were wearing those and they were like taking them off and throwing them everywhere. And like they were celebrating something, but we couldn't figure out what they were celebrating. And so we were like in the windows in my mom's bedroom, and she had like turned off the lights, and my friend and I were like in one window and my mom was in the other one, and it just was real weird. And we could hear them hitting the front door downstairs, like not the people, but like the necklaces and the bracelets that they were throwing. We could hear them like falling off the house and stuff. And then I woke up right after that, and I was actually going to go vlog then. And I turned and I looked at Boo Radley, who was sitting like right next to me, and I go, 10 more minutes, Boo Radley. And then I fell back asleep again. I woke up like 3 different times. The second time, I don't remember what I was dreaming, but I feel like it still had something to do with that house. And the third time that I woke up, you know what, I think I figured out maybe why I'm having these dreams. But anyway, the third time that I woke up, I had been, it was like with me and a couple friends, and my friend was trying to help me figure out how to use this social media app thing. And we were like in the porch that we had in my house, and I had all these like candles out and stuff. I don't know if maybe like the electricity wasn't working or something, but I was like in my dream, like I must have been younger because I knew I was leaving to go stay at my dad's house, but I also knew like my mom wasn't coming home for like a while, like she was going to be gone for like another month. And so like I had to clean everything up so that when my mom came home, it was like left like how I had found it. And so I was like putting these candles away, and I had like a pile of stuff that I was like taking with me, but we were like in a hurry to like get out of there. I don't know. On my vlog the other day, where Alex texted me at the very end when I was just sitting there, and I said, oh, that's sad, or something like that, I had found out that he found out through somebody that knows my friend, that my friend that I like grew up with, you know, kindergarten, elementary, junior high, and high school, that her mom had passed away. And her mom had been sick for a really long time. And so I was kind of in shock about it, honestly. It was like really weird. Like I haven't seen her in years. I don't really see that friend very much anymore. Like if we run into each other, we talk, but that's happened a couple times in the last couple years. But I like remember her mom from growing up. Like I remember her mom from when I was in like elementary school. I remember her mom drove this like, do you remember those old school like really sports car? She had like a white Corvette, and I remember she would pick up my friend from like elementary school in it. But anyway, last night I was like I just found out, you know, and it happened a week ago. And so I was reading her husband's posts on Facebook about it, and the obituary and stuff. I bet that probably like made me think about my mom being, you know, back in the day, and my mom's house and stuff. But that had something to do with it, maybe. I don't know. So I stayed up last night listening to this book, and then slept in today a little bit. And then, like I said, I had a bunch of stuff that I had to get done. And I could have gotten, like, videos done on top of it. By the time I got home, though, well, Alex got off early today. So by the time I came home from running all his errands, he was already home. and the dogs were fed and stuff, and he was just kind of relaxing, and he was like, he said to me, he was like, well, I was going to go over to my friend's house if you needed to film videos and stuff, because I knew that you said you were going to have to maybe film videos late, because you weren't going to get home until later. And I was like, yeah, and I was like, I really want to, but I'm like starting to like fade a little bit. I was getting a little tired. And he was like, well, if you want to, you can. And I was like, okay. He's not going to Chicago anymore. His brother has an appointment with a friend who is a tattoo artist, and he wants to get some tattoo. So Fufu has quite a few tattoos, and so the only day that the friend can do it is on Sunday. So they're not going to Chicago anymore. Which, because my husband has so many social obligations because he's so popular. He has a brunch that he has to go to for like a birthday brunch on Sunday. I have True Crime Book Club on Sunday, so I told him that we would maybe just like skip brunch that day. We'll see. But that gives me tomorrow, and I can make videos on Sunday, because Sunday I usually don't make videos when I have like a True Crime Book Club, because once I get done with it, I'm like just so like relaxed and just like blah 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 from being in the book club, that I'm not really like in the mood to sit down, and be like, hey everybody, and flipping fans and stuff like that. But I don't know, we'll see. So my plan would be like maybe to get up early and film some of that. But I can't believe I totally forgot about this birthday party for tomorrow night. I actually, like, when he told me tonight, I was like, do you have any plans for tomorrow night? And he was like, yeah, we're going to that birthday party. And I was like, oh, I forgot about it. And but I thought it was supposed to be on Thursday. I thought he told me Thursday. That's why I need a calendar book. A calendar book. Listen to me. I'm like so old school. I don't do real well with the phone stuff, the phone reminders. Somebody sent me the other day, we were like emailing back and forth about like a phone like appointment we were gonna have, like it was actually for somebody that wanted to possibly do a sponsorship for one of my videos, and they were like, is such and such time good? I was like, yeah, that's perfect. And they were like, okay, shoot me back an email. Or what did they say? Oh, I wish I knew the exact words. They were like, send me a reminder. Oh, the thing just went out. Okay, come on, there it goes. They were like, send me a reminder or something like that, which I'm sure was like, they didn't mean like an email reminder. They meant like, like where you no, they instead invite me through a reminder, or invite me through whatever. And so I was like, I emailed them back and I was like, well, I'm not very technological, but I'm sure that I can figure it out. They were like, don't worry about it. We'll just do such and such time on such and such date. I'm like, you know what? That works great for me. Oh, isn't that funny? What is going on in Broderpool? It is packed tonight. Well, it is a Friday night. I'm getting off this main road. There's like literally like tons and tons of people just standing in the streets. This is crazy. Do you guys hear this? This is probably one of the most packed I've ever seen it. Like, even 10 years ago when I used to go out. This is incredible. you're getting old when you much prefer, like, the quiet side streets and the quiet countryside. It's funny when stores come and go and you remember what they used to be. I was kind of looking up there, and it's like this little, like, boutique, fancy boutique now. And it used to be this hippie store. I don't remember what it was called. But they had all kinds of, like, crystals, and I think actually that store is over here now, moved into this little house. It had all kinds of crystals and patchwork pants and Grateful Dead t-shirts and stuff like that. I wish I had all my Grateful Dead t-shirts from back in the day. I had some really, really great Grateful Dead tie-dyes that were done by, like, that Liquid Blue. Do you guys remember that brand? And they were so nice, and they were like 25 bucks a t-shirt. They weren't that expensive. Now if you get online, and I'm not talking about with that same brand because I don't feel like they are still the same quality, but if you do other, like, look up other, there's this website called Online Ceramics that I love, and I bought 2 tie-dye shirts from there, and actually Andy Cohen had a long sleeve tie-dye shirt from there that was the lyrics to Ripple on the front, and I wanted that shirt so bad, and that's actually how I found out about this place. The thing is, I think they only make like 5 of each shirt. Like, I think they make like an extra small, a small, a medium, a large, an extra large, and a 2XL or 6 maybe. Like, that's it. Like, and when they're gone, they're gone. Like, they don't ever replicate like the same shirt again. And some of their shirts are a little, they're a little druggy. Like, I wouldn't wear, like, there's like, it's like a mushroom, you know, with like a hat on, like a conductor's hat on it. It's like, let's be shrooming or something like that. Like, I wouldn't wear a hat that said that, you know, or I wouldn't wear a t-shirt that said that. And then they have like a lot of Halloween t-shirts on there. They have like, what's that movie about the guy with the skin face? Why can't I think? I have like, feel like I have lost my memory lately. I know that people are like shouting it. His name's Leatherface. What is the movie? Why can't I remember it? Anyway, they have t-shirts from that are like movie posters of that. I'm like wiggling my toes to set off neurons in my brain. Is supposedly what my old friend used to say. That would help you remember things. Shoot, why can't I remember that movie? I don't have the same memory that I used to. I really don't. Leatherface. I remember when I first met Alex. This is such a bad story, but I remember when I first met Alex, and we were like with his cousin Maya and one of her friends. Okay, I was telling a story about Alex's cousin, and then I started, anyway, I talked about a friend of hers and said her friend's name and stuff. But anyway, I was talking about, I don't even know how I got talking about it, honestly. I was talking about Maya moving to Las Vegas, and she lived in Los Angeles first, and that's how I started talking about this friend. And, anyway, she lives in Las Vegas now. She loves it. And somewhere in the interim, while I was talking about all of that, I remembered that the movie is called Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So that happened too. Anyway. It's crazy to think that, you know, it's funny, like when you start something and you don't really have any idea where it's going to go or what's going to happen with it, you know, And where is like lip chap? Lip chap. I know I didn't just say lip chap. It's weird when you start something that you have like no idea where it's gonna go or what's gonna happen with it or whatever, you know? And when I started this vlog, if you had said to me, "5 years from now, you're gonna still have been vlogging every day on this channel for close to an hour every night," I would have been like, there is absolutely no way. And really, my vlogs have been shorter lately. I mean, for a really good part of a year or two, I was vlogging for an hour and a half every night. And, it's just crazy to me, you know? It's like, I literally have vlogged every single day for the last, this is my 5th year, every single day for 5 years, with the exception of the week that I took off when PP passed away. Like, that's so crazy, isn't it? And I remember when I started it, I was like, well, maybe I'll just do this for a month. I actually think that's been one of the best things that I've done since starting YouTube, is that I didn't go into it with a lot of expectations. I didn't go into anything that I did with BookTube with a lot of expectations. And so then I've always just been pleasantly surprised. Whereas I think that there are other people that go into it. It's like if you ever watched the Miranda Sings, Colleen Ballinger, Haters Back Off show on Netflix. It's like where she posts her first video and she sits there and she watches it, waiting for like the numbers to roll in. There is kind of a feeling about that, like when you post on YouTube, like when you first post, you know, that you think like, okay, all of a sudden my video is sitting out there. I ran into some video, I was looking up something the other day, I can't remember what it was, because I look up some random stuff on YouTube. Anyway, I was like looking through the videos, and like the 5th video down was like this video from like 7 years ago, and it had like 1 view on it. So I think it's about being grateful for, you know, what you have when there's somebody that's sitting out there that in 7 years has like 1 view on their video. What was I looking for where I saw that the other day? Because it kind of surprised me. I also just think so much of it has to do with luck, you know, and people talking about your, you know, your videos and stuff like that, and social media and whatnot. But I think, like, I went into it with no expectations, and like I was saying this to somebody the other day, like, you know, there was a period of time where everybody was like accusing people of like, accusing all the drama channels of like buying subscribers and whatever. I don't know, maybe some people did it, but I didn't do it. And I had said when I started, this is really bumpy through here, you guys, because I just finished doing some construction. I had said when I started YouTube that I didn't really ever care what the numbers were as far as subscribers or viewers. And don't get me wrong, like, you know, I would love for my subscriber count to be through the roof and my views to be through the roof, because that would mean more people that were watching the videos that I would put out there. And I've always said that, you know. But at the same time, I didn't want to become consumed with it. Because I really think that, like with my vlog, like people don't really understand this. Like with my vlog and my Peterisms channel, like I got like 4 letters in the mail today. They're at home. do the shout outs later because I took them home when I got home. I actually have 2 packages in the back too. And each of the letters referenced my vlog or my Peterisms channel. You know, my Peterisms channel, I get like 600 to 800 views a video over there, right? And on my vlog, it's not like, my vlog's getting less views now than it did a year ago. But there are people out there that are like, thank you for, you know, doing this every day. And I mean, what? Driving around in a car and talking. And I said that in a video one day, and somebody sent me the nicest message, and they, like this email, maybe it was a letter around that time. I can't remember, but they said, you know, they said something like, you call it just driving around in a car, but you don't really realize that for a lot of us, you're like a friend that we listen to or whatever, which meant the world to me. Like, it really meant so much to me, because this is real personal to me over here, you know? And I do really love this. And so it's like, I don't ever like expect this channel to be at like 100,000 subscribers. I don't think that's ever going to happen on this channel. And I'm totally fine with that. I'm totally fine if this channel stays exactly where it is, or even if it's a little bit less and people continue to watch it. Like, I'm fine with that, you know? Like, I don't do it for that. And I don't do the Peterisms for that. I mean, I get so much from the Peterisms, and I have so many people that reach out to me that are like, please don't ever stop this channel, like, it really helps me, even though it's just like you reading meditation books, like, it really helps me, you know? And that just means a lot, you know? And so I think I went into this whole thing with really having no expectations, and I remember when I hit 1,000 subscribers on my BookTube channel. It is hot in here. Even though it's only 66 degrees outside, it's hot in here. I remember when I hit 1,000 subscribers on my BookTube channel, and like, you would have thought I had an emotional breakdown. Like, I seriously, like, I could not believe that I hit 1,000 subscribers on my BookTube channel. I was like, I graduated with less than 1,000 people, you know? And here were more than 1,000 people that were choosing to come over and watch my channel. And it just was such a powerful feeling, you know? It just was like the coolest feeling in the world. And that channel hasn't even really grown a whole lot. I mean, yeah, I've gotten more subscribers than that, but like the views have kind of stayed the same through the years. And I just love being part of BookTube. You know, I just feel really blessed to be part of BookTube. And my life looks so different than I ever imagined my life to look like. I mean, I can just remember when I started BookTube, and I thought it will be this fun little project that I'll do, you know, that I might post videos from time to time. And I never in a million years would have ever seen it take me down the road where it took me to where I have 6 channels, and I'm having a phone conversation with somebody about a sponsorship. Like, I never in a million years would have ever, you know, I ever thought that like this would be my life. And I love it, and I feel so blessed to have this as a life, you know, where I get to wake up every single day like, okay, let me tell you today, I really wanted to review crumble cookies because Melissa and Aaron were talking about it on 4th of July, about all their new cookies that came out and everything. I think I may have talked about that on here. We just got two new crumble cookie stores in Indianapolis. We got our first crumble cookie stores. And one's like right by our house. It's like 5 minutes from our house. And so then I saw that James Charles had done a video making his own crumble cookies, which is like apparently this TikTok thing. So I was like, I'm gonna review these crumble cookies because Melissa and Aaron just go on and on and on about how good they are. And I So I drive over there after I got my coffee, and I pulled up, and it's like, there's like a line outside. I mean, and not just like a little line, like a line. I couldn't believe it, honestly, you know? But like, I get to wake up every single day and be like, what am I going to review today? Like, what meditations am I going to read today? You know, what drama is going on? Things like that. And, you know, and I mean, I was thinking about this tonight when I was telling Alex. I was like, well, I said I can't sleep all night long because I have to vlog. And then, right after that, I want to listen to my true crime book club, you know, because I have my book club on Sunday. And it's so funny because, like, I see that as, like, these things that, like, I mean, look at what my life looks like. That, one of my goals for the weekend is to complete this book by Sunday that I have for the book club, you know? What an awesome thing to be able to do over the weekend, you know, that I get to drive around in a car. That one of my goals is to hit 102 books that I've read for the year, you know, or to come up with really cool stuff to review or whatever, you know, and then to have a husband that gets so excited about it as well, you know, that he loves it, all of it, you know, and he's so supportive of it. And I don't know, I just feel like I hate to say luck, like I hate to say I really lucked out, because I feel like it's blessings, I really do. But I think a lot of it had to do with my expectations going into it. I never thought this would be what it could be. You know, that's why I always tell people, like, whenever you start doing something that you love, say yes to positive opportunities that come your way, number one, because you never know where they'll lead. And number two, you know, like, just put one foot in front of the other as you go forward on this journey of something that you're passionate about. You don't know where it's going to take you. You know what I mean? You don't know. Like, maybe you like to make quilts, and then you know, meet some other people that like to quilt, and you get in what is that, a quilting bee? Is that what that's called? You know, and then you guys decide that, I mean, I'm just making this up, but let's just say, you know, maybe this isn't even your dream, but let's just say, you know, you come up with a new way to do quilting or whatever, some way that, you know, has never been done before, and all of a sudden people start noticing them, you know, and you guys get put in, like, Time or People magazine, you know. Next thing you know, you have a reality show, and you're selling products, and, you know, I mean, you never know what's going to happen with stuff. Or it could be as simple as, I want to be an actor or an actress on Broadway, you know, and so you you audition for a community theater play. Maybe on the third play that you do with them, the music man, you know, to some small town audience, you know, across from you in the chorus is the man or woman that you're going to end up marrying, that you happen to just meet because you put one foot in front of the other and towards this dream and this passion of yours, you know. But you don't know unless you try. You're not going to ever know unless you try. If I had $1 for every time somebody reached out to me and said, like, I want to do YouTube so bad, but I'm so scared, blah, 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 whatever. I'm scared of some foolish stuff in my life, okay? I'm scared of sharks and stuff like that. Andrew TMI was putting on his, he's in Key West and is visiting his boyfriend's mom right now, I think. But he put this picture on his Instagram story of, like, all these sharks, like, right off the boats in the marina. And so I messaged him, and I was like, oh, hell, I was like, girl, no way. I was like, there is no way. And he messaged me right back, and he was like, it's everywhere down here. And, you know, I'm afraid of some foolish stuff, but I do understand the fear of putting ourselves out there. Because I did it that was me for a long time. I was really afraid to put myself out there, you know? For a long time I was. I don't know what happened that day. I really wish, like, I could go back to May 11th of 2016. I wish I could go back to that day and remember how it all happened. I honestly don't remember how the whole thing started. I do know that, I don't know if I started the channel that day or if I had started it a couple days before, named it a couple days before. I do know that I wanted to call my booktube channel Peter Loves Stuff. And Peter Loves Stuff was actually either taken by a Twitter account, an Instagram account, or a YouTube account. I don't know which. And I thought I couldn't duplicate it, or it wouldn't let me duplicate it, or something like that. So I feel like I had my Twitter first. So I started that, and I don't know what happened that day. I really don't. I'm like looking over here at this, like, they have this guy out here, you know, this like a suit of armor, but I thought it was like somebody standing out there, like, caught me off guard. Anyway, I don't know what happened. So I don't remember how it started. I don't know if I started my, you know, Bookstagram account or my Twitter or whatever. But I can remember sitting there, and I had been watching that day, like, some booktuber. I think my very first video on my channel is like booktuber newbie tag. And I'm nervous in the video. Like, I'm not like horribly nervous, but I mean, if you went and watched it, you'd be like, this is a different Peter Monn. Like, I definitely was nervous. And I can remember sitting there thinking to myself, at some point I was like, you go take a shower, do your hair, you know, and so I did. I came downstairs and I was just like sitting there in front of my computer, which is so funny. I don't know why. I think I picked that spot because the bookshelf was behind it, which is interesting because unless you have a ring light, it is such a horrible space to film because the lighting is so horrible. I actually didn't have a ring light or any kind of light for probably my first year and a half of filming. I don't remember when I got a ring light. Alex got it for me. It was like a Christmas present. So maybe it was maybe at a year. Maybe that first year was when he got it for me. Before that, I just used this Canon camera that I had. Alex and I each bought one. We were doing fake photo shoots together. We would go out into, like, you know, to the cemetery one time and did a photo shoot. That's where I saw on the pictures the orbs. Well, actually, it's a cross. It's really weird. I'll have to show it to you sometime. But but we just had these cameras to have fun with and play around with, you know, and like go and do photo shoots and stuff. We thought it'd be real fun to take like outfit changes and go and do photo shoots, which we really never used it for that. So I just started using my camera to film videos, and that's what I use for like my, I don't even know if I'd still be able to use that, know how to use that camera, but that's what I used for like my first year and a half, maybe my first year, I think. Anyway, and then I got a Sony Alpha 5000, and I had like 2 of those, and then I changed over to the Canon G7X Mark 5. That's what I use now, and it's a vlogging camera. It's fine. It's actually, I noticed in a Rylan Adams video or picture or something, it's the exact same camera he uses. It's like the camera that, like, Trisha Paytas had one. It's like the camera that Joey Graceffa, I think that's how I found out about it. It's his vlogging camera that, well, it's not his, but it's a vlogging camera that he uses. It's a vlogging camera that, like, most vloggers on YouTube use because it's real easy to carry. It's real small. It's not a high quality camera by any means. Actually, I will tell you, Michael from Pophology, like, his camera, which is so small, is like such a high quality camera. I think like just the picture and the quality is so fantastic. But I can remember sitting there, and the fear in front of me was, I kept on thinking about my weight. And I've always been so apprehensive about my weight, which is interesting because I'm probably 30 to 40 pounds heavier now than I was when I started YouTube. And I was like, okay, I'm not gonna start it today. Like, I kind of decided I was gonna do this video, and then I was like, no. I'll do it in like 6 months once I've lost a bunch of weight, right? And I don't know what inside of me said. I don't know where I pulled this from, but I was like, you are not gonna lose the weight in 6 months, and you're gonna miss out on something that's really important to you. Because I was watching all of these booktubers, and I just wanted to be a part of this world so bad. I loved everything about watching these booktube videos and people doing book hauls and people talking about books that they had read, and everything about it to me just was like, I wanted to be part of this world. And so, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this video. And I did it. And I published it. And I do think that tags help, because I think I tagged that first video, like, and I knew enough about, like, that kind of, like, search engine stuff to do that. But, like, I tagged it, like, booktube, booktuber, booktube newbie tag. I don't really, to this day, I'm so bad with tags. I know people that have programs that, like, generate tags for their videos and stuff like that. There's, like, you know, you can put in what your video's about and it'll tell you what tags to use. I'm not that, like... I'm like, Trisha Paytas YouTube channel, Trisha Paytas Instagram, Trisha Paytas Twitter, Trisha Paytas Instagram story, Trisha Paytas Ethan Klein, Trisha Paytas frenemies. I'm like, that's how I come up with, oh my God, why is the battery dying already? That's why, that's how I come up with, hashtags. Like, I used to, like, be really good at it. I would think, like on my review channel, I was really good at it for a while, because I would be like, okay, if I was gonna look up this product, like, you really have to think about it, it's kind of a game, right? Like, if I was gonna look up a video about, like, this product or this coffee or whatever, like, what would I look up? But, okay, I'm back. It died when I was talking about how I use hashtags on my videos. But anyway, like I was saying with my review channel, yeah, I used to go into, like, if it was, well, here's Qdoba. So if it was like Qdoba and they had, like, a new, like, impossible breakfast sandwich out, you know, I would Google, like, or I would hashtag it, you know, obviously, like, I put in, like, reviews, food, and then I would put, like, why is this not going down? Qdoba food reviews, all that kind of stuff. But then I would put in there, like, after I put in, like, Qdoba Impossible Breakfast Sandwich and all that kind of stuff, I would put, like, is the Qdoba breakfast sandwich good? Is a Qdoba breakfast sandwich worth it? How much is the Qdoba breakfast sandwich? How long will the breakfast... So I would try to, like, put in these questions that, you know, I would think that people would look at when they were, like, typing into the search engine of YouTube. Which that seemed to do real well for a while on my review channel, but I just kind of stopped doing that. Took too much brain work, you know? Not really, but... crazy, like, being out on the weekends and driving around, because, like, other than, like, going through Broad Ripple, and I'm sure downtown would be the same thing, it's like the rest of Indianapolis is dead. I keep on turning on the air and it's so cold. Oh my gosh. Violent Femmes are on the radio right now. I love the Violent Femmes. But, like, if you said to me, okay, what day of the week is it, or what night, like, I would never in a million years guess that it was a Friday night. Like, it just doesn't feel like that at all. Look at how my hair wings out. Oh. My husband is so, like, Like, here we go again. Is it luck or are you blessed? He's so lucky that, like, he could take a shower the night before. Well, now he's been wearing these pins in his hair. He has these metal pins that he wears. He even wears them, like, when we go to dinner and stuff like that. So he's become, like, he's a process to doing his hair now. So, and he's been wearing his hair, like, naturally curly, which I love. I love that. So he, like, pins it back, and then he pins it on the side. So back, like, here and here, there's, like, pins. But, like, he can go to bed, he can take a shower, and he can put this stuff in his hair, and then he can put the pins in his hair and go to bed, and, like, wake up the next morning and just kind of, like, brush it out and go to work. Like, my hair would never do that, which is why he always takes a shower at night, and then, like, gets up in the morning and just, like, does his hair real quick and throws on his clothes and stuff. But, like, my hair would never do that. I don't think I've ever in my life been able to just, like, do that. The one thing I do miss about, well, I mean, there are several things I miss about being younger, but one of the things that I do miss is the texture of my hair changed. And I still have really thick hair, if you see, but, like, right now I have some product in my hair, so it's not really the same thing. But back in the day, I had, like, a faux hawk, right? So, like, all of this was really short, and all this was really short, and then, like, through here, this was, like, all long. And so I would spike this up, right? Like, but it was, like, thick, like it was actually like a mohawk, but it was like a faux hawk. And I would step out of the shower, and I would dry my hair with a towel, and my hair would literally stand up straight, like this. I mean, I didn't have to blow dry it. I didn't have to do anything. All I had to do was put product in my hair. Well, that's not the case today. Now, and I do let my hair dry naturally, usually most days, my hair just lays flat down. I have, like, no body to my hair whatsoever. And I don't really know when it changed. I kind of started changing my hairstyle, so that might have had something to do with it. When I started going out to Denver, so I guess it would have been the summer before I met Alex, I started parting my hair on the side and wearing it over. I remember I was out there, my friend and I were going out. It was, like, the first night that we were going out, and I was there for Pride Day weekend. And he was like, he said something to me. He was like, "Girl, I love you, but you gotta quit trying to rock this faux hawk." He's like, "It's time to have a little bit more of a mature hairdo," or something like that. I was like, "Okay, what do you think I should do?" He was like, "You have such nice hair, just part it on the side and put it over." And so I did. And that was when I started wearing my hair, I wore it over like that, but I still had it cut like a faux hawk because I would go back and forth a little bit. But in the next year, I, like, grew it out a little bit. And so then, since then, I have parted it, like, right here and worn it over to the side a little bit. But I just lost all volume and body in my hair. That must be something that happens as you get older. I don't know. I got a receding hairline so long ago that, like, I mean, my hair receded back, like, here and here, probably, I don't know, 15 years ago or something like that. I mean, so if it was going to recede anymore, you think it would have done that by now. I think my hair is kind of done doing what it's going to do, which I'm totally fine with, obviously. I think that I will have thick hair for the rest of my life as long as that is, and I don't know. Sometimes I think I want to shave my beard, and other times I'd have to be thinner to feel comfortable enough to shave my beard. But I really like it, honestly. I trimmed it today because I was going to go to Crumble Cookies and do this review, and it was kind of long, and because I, cut it with short trimmers last week, and so it had grown out, and I had it shaved since then. And so I trimmed it today, and I always like it like the day that I trim it. I just wish I had a chiseled face to go with it. I wish I had you all alone, just the two of us. Do you know what that's from? Put it in the comment section below. Well, I think I'm gonna get off here and listen to my audiobook so that I can get some of it, and get a good part of it done tonight. Because I want to enjoy listening to it. I don't want to be driving around tomorrow night in the wee hours of the morning trying to finish it. Mel said to me today, she's like, you always wait till the very last moment with the book club. Well, the problem is that, I mean, that's true. But the problem is that I like to read it close to when we do the book club, because then I have it fresh in my mind, like what I just read. But the problem is that there's always like some book that I'm reading like right before that, then I'm like, oh, I forgot I had to finish this. Which this last time, that was what? Mexican God? No, it was that Denise Mina book that I have to finish in time to start the book club book. Actually, this time I gave myself enough time to get the book club book done. I haven't felt rushed so far, and I've just been kind of like driving around listening to it. I really enjoy it. It goes back and forth between this girl's story of her growing up, and it's very honest. It's very vulnerable and raw and honest, and how she knows him, and then it goes between that and his story of like who he was. It's not even to any kind of murders yet or anything like that. I mean, they've talked a little bit about later, like in an interview he said this, or later he said that, but not really. And so it's enjoyable. It's an enjoyable read. It reminds me of something else we've read, but I'm not sure what it reminds me of. Anyway, maybe it's just her part of it. Her part alone is kind of interesting as far as like just going to this hotel. Well, where I'm at right now, they're not at the hotel, so I don't know if that was just like one summer or what's happening. I will say this, if this whole book is based around one summer that she knew him, and barely, like she just went to like the trash bin with him, and so like that would be, I don't know, I'll just be interested to see if she made an entire book out of only knowing him like from like one summer that her mom worked with him or something like that. Like that would be interesting, you know? It would kind of be, I mean, it kind of feels a little bit like The Stranger Beside Me by Anne Rule, but actually Anne Rule really knew Ted Bundy rather well. So, but anyway, I'm gonna go and listen to that now, and yeah, and then I'm gonna get up tomorrow and I'm gonna get my coffee and make some videos and get ready and go to this birthday party tomorrow night. So, oh my god, and this battery is, how could this battery be dying? I just started it. This battery must have had no charge in it whatsoever. Anyway, well, I guess I'd have to stop the vlog anyway. Even if I wanted to keep on talking for the next 3 hours, I guess I couldn't. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a magically amazing Saturday. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Be kind to one another. Put some love, kindness, compassion, forgiveness, understanding, hope, faith, and courage, wonder, and awe out there into the world. Did I say forgiveness? That too. And I love you guys so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya! Oh, and just in case you need to hear it, one more I love you. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya!